if you've been having issues growing your arms, and it seems like everything you do in the gym and all the arm training you've been doing, you still find yourself unable to get bigger biceps. Well, today I'm here to give you guys 5 tips that you can use immediately to take your bicep training to the next level. Let's go. Tip number 1, don't swing the weights. No using momentum. Always make sure that your elbows are tucked tightly into your body such that you're able to lift the dumbbells properly and using correct form. Form will always trump weight in building muscle. You can take heavy weight, end up looking like a fool, risk getting injured, and you're not going to make any gains as a result. So drop the weight if you have to. It's not about the weight, it's about the form. Make sure your form is on point. No swinging. I've seen a lot of swinging. Myself, I used to do it in the past. I used to pick weight that was way too heavy and just swing around and use momentum. And as a result, my arms never grew. So tip number 1, don't swing. Keep it tight. The second tip that I can give you guys is to make sure that you're flexing your triceps at the end of every movement. In order for a muscle to fully contract, it has to be fully stretched. And the only point in time whereby your bicep is fully stretched is when your tricep is fully flexed. And this is because your tricep is the antagonist muscle of your bicep, meaning it's found on the opposite end. So every time you flex your tricep, your bicep is fully extended. And every time you flex your bicep, your tricep is fully extended. So make sure you aim to flex your tricep at the end of every curl so to make sure you get a full, nice extension. Feel that stretch in the biceps and then curl back up. And I promise you, put this tip into action for your next arm routine and you're going to feel your biceps working a lot more. Third tip, guys, make sure you're doing some form of hammer or reverse curl. A hammer curl targets the long head of your bicep. Your bicep is made up of 2 heads, the long head and the short head. The long head, as the name suggests, is the longer, bigger head, which often gets under-exercised with regular bicep movements. So make sure you include at least one hammer or reverse curl. This will help build up the bump, the side of your bicep, called the brachioradialis, that is often underlooked. And I'm going to put a photo now so that you can get an idea of what I'm saying. Building this muscle, funnily enough, especially if it's a muscle that you haven't trained for some time, can easily add an inch to your arm. An inch or like half an inch. It's amazing because it ends up giving the arm a 3D kind of look, you know? Especially when you turn from the front or when people see you from the side. It's a really cool look. So make sure you always include some form of hammer curls or reverse curls in your training. Next tip is to lift both arms simultaneously. Curl both arms at the same time. The reason I say this is that when you do alternate bicep curls, yeah, it's usually easier. And it's easier because when you use one arm, you're more able to use momentum to lift up the dumbbell, as opposed to when you're using both arms, you cannot use momentum, you can't swing, you can't use any body English. Therefore, you'll find that every time you use both arms opposed to alternating your curls, the movement will be harder. And because it's harder, it will mean you'll stimulate your biceps more, and that will lead to more growth. The last and final tip, and this is something that is very rampant, it happens all the time, not just in arm training, but just in training in general, is to make sure you leave your ego at the door. When I say this, I mean that we all know that guy that goes into the gym and goes for the heaviest weight possible and does curls with the shittiest form that you can imagine. Yeah? Why I'm telling you guys not to do this, to be smarter than this, is because one, that will lead to injury. That's a shortcut to snap city. and you don't want to go to Snap City. You really don't. Secondly is that you're not stimulating anything. When you use all that body English, all that momentum, everything is working but your biceps, which is exactly what you want to work. So make sure you leave your ego far at the door. Come in fresh. Take a lightweight, because light in this case is relative. Something that you can control for the give and rep scheme that you're using on that particular day, and perform every rep with proper form. Proper form trumps weight. Your muscles do not know that you're lifting 16 kgs versus 12 kgs. It doesn't know if you're lifting 20 kgs versus 10 kgs. All your muscles know is resistance and stress. And you can only place stress on the muscle if you're using proper form. So form is key. Utilize and prioritize it. Yes? Make sure you use these 5 tips actionably the very next time you find yourself training biceps, which for us bros I know will be very soon. Yeah? And I promise you that they will work well, and you're going to see a lot more growth just by applying these. So what's up guys? That's it for me today. If you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, be sure to leave the video a like, share it to somebody that you think needs to get bigger arms or who would benefit from this information. It helps the channel. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.